About what you thought Saturday against Georgia with your offensive line run blocking?
Thought Marcus had a great game. For the most part, we did pretty much what we'd hoped for. We rushed the ball quite well. By no means was it perfect. We left a lot of yardage out there. But they fought, and that's the one thing that we want to do. We want to fight. By no means was it pretty. But they got out there and found a way to win, found a way to get those guys blocked, and for the most part was fairly successful. And one thing we were extremely disappointed, we let the ball right down there on the 2-yard line when the game ended, and that's something we did not want to do. We wanted to put it in there, and just unfortunate, but we'll get it. We'll find a way to put it in there next time.
After watching the film, is there a few players that kind of stood out to you on the O-line that did well?
No, there was their ups and downs for everybody in there. They all played pretty well, pretty decent, pretty good as a group. One guy can't play real well, us be successful, and another guy not play as well. So they did a pretty good job as a group. We got to do a lot better. Listen, we're nowhere near where we need to be. Like I said, there's a lot of yards left out there, and a lot of missed assignments that we've got to improve on, but we'll get it done hopefully.
Shawn, shift gears just a second. Being at App State, you're kind of the resident expert on FCS teams playing FBS teams. When you guys went up to Michigan that year, what was, I know nobody's got a secret, but what was the attitude like? What was the whole message you gave your kids about going up there to play a team like that?
The first thing, we just come off winning 2 national championships, so we knew we were a pretty good football team.
Right.
And we had roughly 20 of the 22 starters coming back, so we knew anybody we faced, we were going to give them a good run for the money. And we knew they kind of fit into our scheme of things defensively. And we just knew one thing: we weren't going to go up there and lay down for them. And that's, Furman's not going to do the same thing for us. They're coming in there and they got something to prove, and that's something you tell your teams. When they go up there and you play a Division I team, so to speak, come from the SCS level. You want to go there and prove a point that you can play. And you've got good players, and they got good players. Trust me. I know for a fact they've got great football players. So we'll just see. That's the one thing you got to be aware of. You got to know they're coming in there to prove a point.
Do you think you sent a message, or just kind of not a message, but you kind of opened the eyes to maybe some other teams like Furman and James Madison, people like that they can indeed expect to go in there and compete? Sometimes it takes one to do it.
We were at App State. We were beating ACC teams long before we beat Michigan. I can assure you that. A few years straight, matter of fact.
But that's the one that gets all the attention.
It does, and rightfully should. Up until James Madison winning, that was the only defeat of the top 5 team in the Division I poll. So, we kind of opened the door for everybody. But let me tell you, there's a lot of good teams at that level. A lot of good teams at that SCS level, and people don't understand it. There's probably 10 to 20 of them that are a lot better than a lot of Division I teams.
What's Coach Eckerson's status for this week?
Right now, he cannot play as of today, so we'll just have to monitor and see. But as of today, he cannot play.
How about Terrence?
Terrence is getting better. Practice yesterday, swole up a little bit, so we held him out today. I anticipate him getting back.
Shawn, behind those 2 tackle spots, Hutch was kind of in that mix. Who are all your available guys to tackle right now?
Let's see. Hutch Eckerson, he's hurt. Kyle Nunn, Jarrell, and we got freshman Cody Gibson. So there you go. If you look at our roster, not many tackles there.
Coach, how do you feel this offensive line has come from the day you got here when you first saw them to this point in the season?
They've made some progress, not enough. We're second game into it. There's still a lot of things that they don't understand, that we don't understand as a group, that we've got to improve on. Nowhere near where we need to be. 6th, 7th ball game, I hope to see a lot of improvement. They did just enough to get the job done on Saturday, and we've got to make some corrections, but they're continuing to work in the right direction. And the fight that I saw Saturday is something I was pleased with. Not every play is going to be perfect, and with any group, DB, secondary, I don't care who it is, it's not always going to be perfect. But they fought for 60 minutes. They went out there and laid it on the line, and that's all I expected. That's all I can ask.
Given the fact that it is early, but at this point, are you satisfied with what you've seen to this point?
If you know what the coaching profession is like, you're never satisfied. You're never satisfied. Like I said, we left the ball on the 2-yard line at the end of the game. We had 4 opportunities. Are you kidding me? In the third quarter, we gave up 3 back-to-back sacks right there in a row. You can't be satisfied with that effort. No way.
Do you think the rise of the spread offense has helped them? Level of playing skills?
No, I think the quality of the athlete helps that level.